Hello, 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 Facebook. I am Dr. Myla Bennett of Pretty RX by Dr. Myla. And I'm going live to talk about, to take some questions. There was a lot of engagement on the post that we have for today, and there were several questions, as well as people DMing us with questions. So I thought that these are probably questions that other people have too. So, and some of the questions were duplicate. So I figured I would just address some of these things that people were asking about today to make it easier for you to jump over into the Pretty Skin crew and have your own gorgeous, pretty makeup-free skin. All right, so give me 1 second. I'm going to share this video to my other pages. Almost done. And last one. Okay, so one pretty common thing people will inbox us is, oh, the products are expensive. What's one thing I can use for my this, and this? And so I had a lady today that DM'd and asked about which one thing she could use to even out her complexion, remove her blemishes, and something else. It was like 3 complaints. And my response was, there isn't one thing that you can use to correct all that. But if you want to just try one thing before you commit, or just try one thing because you want to try something, then, I recommended cleanser. But if you have, in order to get skin like what you're seeing on, thank you, and I'm makeup free. There's no makeup on my face, nothing. I quenched before I went live. This one, Skin Quench is, everybody loves Quench. I'll quench again right now. Quench just leaves you glowing like J-Lo. It gives you like a halo. Like you just look fabulous after quenching. Anytime I'm doing anything important, I quench right before it. Quenched, that's it. Nothing, no makeup, just lip gloss. And then I have lashes. I get my lashes done every Tuesday. But I wake up like this. And you can't wake up like this with one product. My counter has so many products on it. I use the Forever Young kit. Obviously, it's my line, so I'm using all the good stuff. So the Forever Young kit, that kit is the priciest one. It's got your choice of cleanser, toner, skin polish, Skin Bio Boost. That's one of my favorites. It's got Skin Quench in it. Quench is a customer favorite. Like every customer that uses Quench loves Quench. Sunscreen, complexion, skin complexion. Skin complexion is in every kit. That evens out your complexion. And then I think that's everything. Oh, and Eye Bright. It's got an eye serum. And then I also use our Skin Texture. That is our retinol, and it's good for aging skin. It's good for acneic skin. It's basically good for anybody with a face. The only people who I wouldn't say get Skin Quench are people who are like 20 years old or 15 years old who don't have acne. But if I had a 15-year-old, not Quench, I meant Texture. If I had a 15-year-old come into my office for a consultation and they had acne, I would give them Skin Texture. So that's a recommended add-on to every kit if you're over, to me, like if you're over the age of 30. Yes, Lorraine Davis. She's been 2 weeks on the blemish free kit with Skin Quench. Skin Quench is, so a lot of that, which brings me to my next question. So a lot of people were asking me, which product do I use for moisturizer? So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm not really into moisturizers. And if you're new, then you don't know that. So the first thing people ask is what can I get as a moisturizer? I purposely didn't put a moisturizer in the kit, but a few of the products I made with a little bit thicker consistency. So that way, more like a lotion. So that way, people who are used to having a moisturizer can have something that they say, is there moisturizer? What really matters is that you have hydration. And having a hydrator and having a moisturizer are not one and the same. So all hydrators moisturize, but all moisturizers don't hydrate, if that makes sense. So my product line is very rich in hydrators. So our workhorse hydrator is the hyaluronic acid serum or hyaluronic acid, and it's in multiple products. But the Skin Quench is pure hyaluronic acid, and that's why it leaves you all glowy and dewy looking, because it's literally like a drink of water for your skin. So our hyaluronic acid holds 1,800 times its weight in water. So when that's applied to your skin, it goes on the surface, and then your skin literally drinks the water off of the molecule, and it just makes your skin cells plump up. And when your skin cells are plump, that reduces the appearance of fine lines, it reduces the appearance of pores, all that stuff. So you can apply your hydrator any time of the day. I use it morning and night, and I use it for special occasions. Like Quench is the answer to everything. Like I'll quench, and I have a portable LED mask that I have at home, and I'll quench and put my mask on for 15 minutes or 10 minutes or something. When I'm in the office, I'll quench and get under our professional strength LED lights, and your skin just looks so supple and succulent and fabulous. So I'm all about hydrators. The whole moisturizer thing, I'm not really. Some of the moisturizers actually dehydrate your skin, so you have to be careful with those. And people don't know. There's no way for you to know that, which is why I do so much teaching, to try to help people understand. But if you're looking for a moisturizer, you can use our Skin Bright as your moisturizer. You can use our Skin Bio Boost as your moisturizer. I do use Skin Bright. So actually, I have the Forever Young kit and Skin Bright. I do use the Skin Bright. I don't use it every single day. I kind of like go back and forth between Skin Bright and Bio Boost before my sunscreen in the mornings. But the Blemish Free kit has Skin Bright in it. So if you have a Blemish Free kit, you can use your Skin Bright as your moisturizer, or you can add on your Skin Bio Boost. The Bio Boost, so the Skin Bright is heavy in vitamin C and ferulic acid, and those things help even out your complexion. The Bio Boost kind of helps with almost everything. It's got a bunch of different peptides in it. It's got brighteners in it. It has, it even has something in there that kind of mimics Botox a little bit, and so it like softens the muscles so that you don't make as much lines. So sorry y'all, it's late. If you're aging, well, we're all aging, but if you're at the point where you're concerned about aging, Skin Bio Boost is a must-have. So that's why I'll use Bio Boost every single day. And if I'm running late, like I wake up late and I'm trying to get out of the house with these 3 kids, I'll just put on my Bio Boost only and my sunscreen. If I'm rushing and I literally just I don't have time to do all the steps, the one thing I will put on is my Bio Boost. I love that one. Betty, okay. Let me screenshot this so I can send this to my staff, because I had another person DM me asking me. Hopefully I don't mess up. Okay, got it. I had another person DMing me asking me how to use their Blemish Free kit because it didn't come with an instruction card. So all the kits are supposed to come with an instruction card on how to use the products, because if you get 5 or 6 products, you don't know which one to use first, second, third. And I apologize that your Pretty and Polished kit came with Blemish Free instructions. So I'll tell you on this video, and then I'll come back and type it into the comments on your question. But so that way you'll have something in writing that you can use for guidance. So you want to cleanse first. So whichever cleanser you chose, you cleanse first. If it's a polish day, which I tell people to polish twice a week. If you're super sensitive, polish once a week. If you're really oily, you can polish every other day. So, but the instruction card says, I believe it says twice a week on it. If it's a polish day, after your cleanser, you polish. Then after you polish, you tone. This is morning. Then after you tone, you use your skin complexion, and then you put on your sunscreen. And then at night, you cleanse, tone, and complexion. That's it. Could you get into microneedling? Do you recommend that first, then be consistent with your products? My skin is kind of normal, minimum breakouts. No, I don't recommend it first. I don't think, especially for African Americans, that it's a good idea to microneedle if you're not on a medical grade skincare regimen. I mean, if you go and like Google microneedling, you'll get mixed reviews from people saying that microneedling isn't good for skin of color, which is absolutely untrue. But they think that because the people that they're needling are not on a medical grade skincare regimen. The reason why they say that is because if you're not on a medical grade skincare regimen and you're African American or have skin of color, pigmented skin, and you go and microneedle it can make you hyperpigment. So I personally don't think you should really be getting any services in the medical spa setting if you're not on a medical grade skincare regimen. It doesn't make sense to me for a person to be getting $200 and $300 skin services and you're not on a medical grade you're not on a proper skincare regimen at home. That's like going to the dentist and getting your teeth whitened and saying you don't need to brush your teeth anymore. Like, you're supposed to brush your teeth first, then get them whitened. So you should be on products first and then services. When you're on a good regimen, you don't have to worry about hyperpigmentation. I don't ever get that in any of my clients, like none of them. But I won't allow a person to be needled if they're not on an acceptable regimen. And it doesn't have to be Pretty RX. It just needs to be a medical grade skincare regimen. So if someone comes in and they explain their regimen to me and it's something that, that I know are good products, then I'll needle them. But if they're not, if they're like, oh, I use Cetaphil and apricot scrub and then I put on a moisturizer, they're not getting needling in my office, because when their skin hyperpigments, they'll be blaming me, when the issue is that they're not on products that will stabilize their melanocytes and keep them from developing post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, which is a common thing that can happen in African American skin with some of the services that we offer in the medical spa setting. With that being said, sorry y'all. Sorry. My stand just tipped over. Hold on. I got like some makeshift stuff up here. Okay, let me move that back. With that, I know that was funny, right? With that being said, I don't want you to be afraid to get those treatments, because microneedling, if you guys have been following me for a while, I get that all the time. I do mine in the form of vampire facials, and then I even do microneedling combined with radio frequency, which is even more intense, because it is extremely powerful at inducing collagen production, helping even out your complexion, helping reduce acne scars, fill in fine lines, wrinkles, shrink pores, all that stuff. So I think it's a very important part of a complete skincare routine. It just needs to be put in the proper place, and it needs to be done with the right support, which is a good product regimen. What is a realistic time to start seeing changes when using the kit? I have the Forever Young kit, and I'm on my 4th week. Well, most people, by the time they've been on the products for 4 weeks, see a difference. You'll be evolving for up to 6 months. So, but you should see a difference in what you started off like, and like depending on, depending on what you were using before. But even me, like when I got my products initially, I have been using ZO products, which are very aggressive which is a very aggressive skincare regimen. And I didn't really think that I would see a change in my skin because I knew my skin was in such good condition to begin with. But surprisingly, after about 3 weeks, I did see a difference. One of the things that I noticed in me, where I didn't really have anything wrong with my skin per se to begin with, was that my skin was glowier. A lot of people started saying, your skin is glowing, your skin is glowing. Or they thought I had on bronzer when I didn't. And that's from the hydration. So most people's skin is dehydrated unless they are psycho about hyaluronic acids and stuff like that. And at the very least, you should at least see the hydration piece be better. I definitely encourage you to take pictures, because what happens is when you're changing slowly, you don't notice the change. So when you take pictures, if you can take a picture of yourself tonight and try to find a picture of yourself before you started the products, obviously without makeup, if you have any of those, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to see a difference. Like, I have never heard of anybody not seeing a difference after 4 weeks. Even if you're somebody who had dark spots or hyperpigmentation or something like that, that stuff won't be completely corrected in 4 weeks. But definitely from a hydration and glow standpoint, you should totally see that by now. But you'll keep evolving for, months. Charlene, Matt, I requested a card but didn't hear back. DM the Pretty RX page tonight, and I will, because I'm actively on the stuff now, so I will make sure the right people see that, and we'll take care of that. Charlene. Is skin complexion after Skin Bright AM and PM? Skin complexion would be first. So in general, you want to use things like thinner things first and thicker things last. So complexion is a serum. It's a clear serum. Did I bring it over here? No. But complexion is it's got the same type of consistency. This is Quench, but they look exactly the same outside of the container. So you see how that's clear and thinner? Then Skin Bright, this one's Skin Bright. Skin Bright is like a lotion. So you don't want to apply something thin on top of something thick. So you want to quench, you would complexion first, get that completely rubbed in, and then you can apply the Bright on top of that. You can do the Bright right before sunscreen. Bright should be last. Oh, good, Trina. I'm glad you see some difference. You'll keep improving, love. It'll keep getting better. And the sample scent was the 2 little samples, 1 brown and 1 white. Are these sunscreen? So the white one, the brown one would be the sunscreen. So you must have ordered not a kit. And the white one, I'm not sure what they sent you in the white one. They should have told you what it was. I will DM me, and then the person who ships the stuff out, I'll send it to her, and then she'll reach back out to you and tell you what it is. I'm so glad I did this. Thank you, ladies, for the feedback so we can make things better. We're learning, we're learning as we go as far as how to run this type of a company. So which kit did you order? Which kit did you order? Like white, what would white be? Because we will send out a sample mask, which is pink. And we send out sometimes sunscreen, but if you already had sunscreen, I don't know why she would send you. Unless if you just ordered it, when we had our Labor Day sale, we sold out of a lot of things, and sunscreen was one of them. So she probably sent you some sunscreen to hold off until, like a sample size sunscreen, to hold off until we got our sunscreen shipment, which came in on Friday. And so we had a huge amount of orders ship out on Friday, plus the people who there were components missing because we sold out. Those things shipped out on Friday. So you should be getting your full-size sunscreen. Yeah. So you should be getting your full-size sunscreen any day now because we shipped everything out yesterday. So the white, I'm not sure what that was. But like I said, DM me and then I will forward that information over to the person who does the shipping, and then she'll get back to you and let you know what it was. And it was probably something that we sold out of, in which case it's on its way. I'm just reading through the questions. Okay. Oh yeah, the Labor Day sale ended on Labor Day. It was just on Labor Day. That was a good one too. What did we do for Labor Day? People got a complimentary quench. That was major. Cause the quench is $114, and people are obsessed with it. Like, some people go through quench so fast. I mean, they'll be placing quench orders every month. I'm like, girl, are you drinking that quench? But my boys love quench too. They quench every morning before they go to school. Bradley will be putting quench on his face and he hadn't even washed it. I'm like, Bradley, you have sleep on your face. Boy, wash your face before you put my quench on there. They're obsessed with that quench. Yeah, it goes by fast because it just feels good and you just use it. It's good stuff. But for tonight, what I will do for you all, so some of you who are on the fence and not sure, yep, see, quench is amazing. I'm going to have to order another one. Yep, quench is, people were getting them for free on Labor Day. That's probably not going to happen again anytime soon. No, none of the products should react to any prescription medications you're taking. No, so the only thing that I wouldn't, like, my boys use the cleanser. I wouldn't use the Essential Skin Cleanse on my little ones. They use I use Essential Skin Cleanse and Sensitive Skin Cleanse. So they use the Sensitive Skin Cleanse when they use a cleanser. Most of the time they don't use the cleanser in the morning. But they'll use the Sensitive Skin Cleanse. They use the Skin Tone. They love the toner. And they use the quench. They use the tone and the quench every day. They love that. I don't put my sunscreen on them because they're boys and it's tinted. So I still use Zeo sunscreen on their faces. Then, they can use the mask, which that's not often, but they can use that. That's safe for kids. They can use, I guess technically they could use the complexion, but they don't. All the products are all natural and made from plants. So the only thing that I wouldn't use on a young face like a 5 or 8-year-old is the skin texture. Because that's retinol and that's kind of harsh. But if it's a preteen or a teenager with acne, I would use the skin texture on them as well. So all the products are, as far as ounces go, they're suitable for travel on your carry-on, except for the cleanser and the toner. So we'll probably start selling the cleanser toner in smaller sizes. We give them out for samples sometimes, but we can sell those in smaller sizes for people who need travel sizes. Nicholas Bernard, I'm working on a glutathione vitamin C sheet mask. Yes, the products are plant-based. They're vegan, cruelty-free, no parabens, phthalates, or sulfates. The only product that is not plant-based is our skin correction hydroquinone pads, which you can't buy on the website. So anything that's on the website is all plant-based. The hydroquinone pads is for people who have really bad hyperpigmentation, and those you have to set up a consultation with my office, either virtual or in office, in order to get those. You can't just order them. That's a prescription. The pads are the skin correction pads, and that's the ones that you can only order through my office. You can't order that one online. That's a prescription. That's hydroquinone, and those are not plant-based. Everything else is. But those skin correction pads are everything. They're fire. I love them. I use those too. I don't use those every day. Does it have to be used every day? The products, yes. If you want your skin to look like mine, I do my skin every morning and every night. Like, you can't get this unless you just naturally have great skin. I mean, there's a few people like that whose skin is just great naturally. But you can't get this without doing the stuff every day. You have to do it every day. It's a lifestyle, just like you brush your teeth every day. And then for those who are concerned about the price point, what I can say is that it's not a gamble, but it's definitely an investment. The products, I mean, I use very potent yet gentle and effective products. Like I said, they're derived from plants, and it's medical grade because, you know, I wanted to make sure that you actually see an improvement. So you don't have to worry about getting them and thinking like, I don't see any difference. Why did I do this? I wasted my money again. I haven't had anybody say that to us, like not one person. Everyone who has ordered their products rave about the products. And that's why you see we have all these. If you go through our page, you'll just see testimonial after testimonial after testimonial. And we've been out long enough now that we're starting to get before and after pictures of people who have been on the products for 6 months and such. And they're the differences in how their skin look, like drastic improvements in their skin. And so while it's not a gamble, it's definitely an investment. And if it's not really practical for you to make that type of a purchase all in one, we do offer Afterpay, which will allow you to pay it in 4 installments. So that makes it so much easier on people, and you can start, you pay it in 4 installments, but as soon as you place the order, your order will ship. We just got restocked on all the things that we sold out of on Labor Day, and so your order will ship. Like if you ordered it tonight, it'll ship on Monday. So, right, Precious, that's because they're using the stuff that I'm using. So, you're having a purging issue. Do I need to try the pads? I would probably try skin texture before the pads if it's a purging issue, because purging is usually breakouts. You should probably get the skin texture, and you should probably also go and get a facial. So that's the next thing. Like, you know, I use the products, but clearly I use services in my office, and facials are a must. So it's going to help get the dead skin that the at-home exfoliation can't get, and it's going to be more aggressive in pulling impurities out of your pores so that you can get through that purge phase faster. So I would go to an esthetician and get like an acne facial or something like that. The other thing you might like is the skin purifying mask. So that also is a way that you can, from home, cleanse your pores out, get all the impurities out of your pores. So that's what I would try if I were you, if you're having issues with breakouts. And also pay attention to your diet and make sure you're not eating anything that could be exacerbating the acne. Monthly, at least once a month is what I recommend for facials. My husband and children were just complimenting how good my skin looks. I've had my kit for a week or so. Nice. And you know what? Somebody put on one of my posts from today, I can't remember which one it was, that she's been on the products for, I can't remember how long. She said, it might have been 4 weeks. But anyway, she's an esthetician student, and she said that her instructor asked her what, she's like, your skin is glowing. What makeup are you using? She's like, I don't have on any makeup. And her instructor didn't believe her and took one of the cotton wipes and wiped it on her face and saw that nothing came off. And she was like, oh my God, you really don't have on makeup? She thought she had on makeup. She hadn't even been using the products that long. This is a common thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to walk out into the world with skin with no makeup and feel just as beautiful, if not more beautiful, these are the products. This is it. Like, they're amazing. I personally think I look better without makeup. Whenever I put on makeup, I'm like, I look older. Is there any other facial than the HydraFacial? I've already had 3. There's lots of different facials. And then there's lots of variants of the HydraFacial. So you can get, really any facial will be helpful. There's like endless variants of facials. Hopefully sometime in 2020 I'll be able to do that, Nina. And you'll be able to sell it too eventually. Yeah, I don't have time to put on makeup. That's not my thing, and I'm not good at it. So every time I wear makeup, someone else applies it for me, which is also annoying because I got to pay somebody $150 to beat my face. But yesterday I had a makeup-free photo shoot. So, and I'm gonna start transitioning over to all the pictures on my website and on my pages, the models being makeup free. So the other thing, there's something big we're going to do for the anniversary of Pretty RX for our VIP clients. We're going to be introducing the Pretty Posse soon, which will be it'll be a group of people who have made an investment, like who have shown that they are truly invested in their skin health. There's a series of things you can do to collect points in order to redeem them to be a part of the Pretty Posse. Obviously buying products is one way, but there's other things that you can do once you've bought product to be able to be a part of the Pretty Posse. We'll have a closed Facebook group, and videos like this will happen in that group, and more often. And then we'll have events just for the Pretty Posse only, all types of events like retreats and stuff like that with me. And another thing we're going to do is in February, we're going to choose like 3 VIP members in the Pretty Posse I'll fly them into Atlanta if they don't live here already, and we'll have a photo shoot for the line. So you'll basically be like a model, kind of like the Dove Real Women photo shoot they had back in the day. It'll be kind of like that, because I want to have real women who are using the product, who love the product, whose lives have been changed by the product, represent the brand. I think that's the most powerful thing. Like, when you know that the faces you're seeing are women who believe in the brand and who have been changed by the brand. So in February, we'll be having that photo shoot with 3 lucky ladies, but you have to be using the products to even be considered for that. So, stay tuned. If you haven't gotten your products, you better hurry up and get them. Better get them. All right, I guess that's all I have to say. I made it through all the questions. So, I am Dr. Mila of Pretty RX by Dr. Mila. Also Dr. Mila of Adarabella Plastic Surgery and Medical Spa. And I am the owner of the company and the mastermind behind how you can have makeup-free skin and be more beautiful than you are with makeup. If you want, do you recommend a consultation via Zoom before purchasing? No, you don't have to have a consultation to purchase. Some people want one. You don't have to. You can go on there and click which skin concern you have, and the kit that is appropriate for that will pop up. If you want to buy just 1 or 2 products, you can try the cleanser, you can try the mask, but don't expect to go and end up with skin like this or to erase any problem that you have with one product. That's pretty much it. Yeah. But if you want a consultation, you can have one with me. It's $150. Or you can have one with my medical esthetician, Chanel, and it's $75. She is amazing, and she knows the products in and out. So that will save you $75. If you do a consultation, the cost of the consultation does not go towards your purchase of products. So I try to make it so that you can figure out what the appropriate kit is without a consult. And you can take that $75 and put it toward a product, or the $150 and put it toward 2 products, or the $150 and put it on some Quench. You know, you don't have to, you can get pick one of those kits. Those kits are all of them I put together thinking about specific concerns, the most common concerns that people come into my office with. And so you are great picking one of those. I've had a lot of people come from out of town to get. I had a mother and daughter fly in from Chicago on Thursday. Came, had skin consult, had hydrofacial, and got back on the plane and flew back the same day. I have people do that all the time, but you don't have to do that. Like, you can get a facial somewhere near you and order the products online, and you'll be swell. Creator knew not to give me beautiful skin like yours. He knew I would be something to deal with. The creator will let you have beautiful skin like mine because he made me think of Pretty RX, honey. And you can still be something to deal with. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. I'm going to go ahead on and sign off and get some sleep, because my baby is going to wake up at the same time, regardless of what time I go to bed, screaming. All right, everybody. Bye. Oh, www.myprettyrx.com. Oh, and if you purchase tonight, make a purchase over $250 tonight, we'll send you an I Feel Pretty shirt, like the one I had in the last post. The post before last. Yes. So a free I Feel Pretty shirt with the purchase of $250 or more. And I'll let that go until tomorrow night at midnight. So Sunday night at midnight, that promotion ends. All right? All right. Bye.